On the night of July 25th, 2024, I had a dream. In the details, I had a dream of I was walking around trapped inside of a sewer, but I wasn't myself. I was basically in the body of a little girl, like a toddler. Let me show my face real quick. Just show my face. I had the dream that I was a little girl inside of a sewer, trapped inside of the sewer. But as soon as I climbed up the ladder, I then saw that I was buried under a house. And there was a bloody teddy bear right next to me on the ground under the house. Okay, I look away from under the house. I see a place that doesn't seem so familiar. A place that doesn't really even look like Florida. It looks like Texas, if anything. It seems like I'm out in the middle of nowhere. Okay, but the teddy bear would disappear time to time in my dream as I am laying there as that little girl buried in the dirt under the house. I can't move in the dream. The little girl body, she can't move, I cannot move. No. I was just laying there covered in the dirt. And the bloody teddy bear would disappear time to time. I then saw like a redneck family in a car. And it was almost like a comedy TV show or something. They had a bunch of animals in the car, like possums and raccoons, and they was just chilling in the yard. And keep in mind that by this time in my dream, I was not visiting from the little girl's body. So it was now kind of like if my dream was visiting from a television or something. Because by this time, then I saw the teddy bear holding a machete with a weird smile to him. And it had like VHS static over it. But there was no noise. It was just that. So then it cuts like kind of in between that until I just wake up. All three of that, just all the way until I wake up. I don't know what this means, but I just believe that maybe a little girl that passed away spoke to me. She was about 5, maybe 4, maybe 3 years old. Little girl, she had like a kind of a white and yellow dress. Small little dress. You know, I never seen the face because I was kind of in first person of her body. And I just have a feeling that it kind of tells a story of a little girl that was murdered in Texas, that was probably murdered by her drunk father, which is kind of, I guess, playing as the teddy bear in the case. And it almost seems like when I was buried under the house as the girl's body, it almost seemed like I had cuts on me, or cuts on the body that I was in. And it almost looks like if I was chopped up or even decapitated in as the little girl body. And that's just I don't know, it's just a weird dream, and it's kind of more so of a nightmare. But the thing is that I always have these weird little dreams, but I don't usually remember them. I remember this one though. And fuck. So I'm like really trying to think of it because I'm trying my best to remember it. But they say this like sorry, I'm burping. But they say if you remember your dream, it was a message. Most of my dreams are kind of weird, but I don't usually remember them. But I remember this one, and it kind of creeps me out. But of course, I never woke up from the dream like in fear. I kind of just woke up from it normally. I didn't realize it until a little bit later when I was talking to my friend Chris on Discord about it, and he says it is possible that I may have visited a past life. Like, maybe I was the little girl that died and then reincarnated into the person I am now. He thinks I visited a past life. My other friend Dylan, he thinks that I'm a maniac. He thinks I'm a manic. He says that I should be on meds, and he's worried about me or something like that. Well, thing is, I know I have PTSD. I know I have mania disorder. And I know I have ADHD. So, I have mental illnesses, but I feel like this isn't mental illness related. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a little girl's spirit spoke to me throughout a dream. I don't know what she wants, and I don't know who the person is. I don't know who she is. I don't know what she wants, and I don't know what she's trying to say to me. But I'ma just upload the story of the dream onto the internet. Let people say and think of whatever they want to think of, and think of and say whatever they want to say of. Maybe this can lead to her murder being found, I guess. Because, yeah, that's my intentions on this dream, with spreading it around on the internet. And well, another thing I might as well add is that the car that the family owned that I visited, like a TV kind of commercial kind of thing, was that the car was like a red, like 1970, 1980 kind of lowrider Corvette, I guess. It was probably a GTO, a lowrider GTO. So, I guess the story, whatever with the dream, it takes place more than likely in a old countryside. Like what I am assuming, it could be anywhere. It could be Florida, it could be Texas, it could be whatever. But I'm gonna just straight up just go out on a limb on this and say that it was probably Texas, 1970 something, 1980, 1970, somewhere there. And I'm not sure what the dream means, but I think what it means is a little girl was murdered by a drunk father or something. That's what I think it means. And I guess let me hear your opinions about it, and let me hear your words about it, and type in the comments, if y'all ever experienced something like this before, where you had a dream of a dead person or something, you know what I'm saying? And it almost feels real, like if you are visiting through the body of a person who is dead. Like a person who, like if you're in the body of the person, but you're conscious, but the body is dead. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of what it was, and it felt real. It felt like it wasn't really a dream. It felt like real, but it wasn't. I'm not sure if it was sleep paralysis, but no. It wasn't lucid dreams. It wasn't that, because I couldn't control the dream. If I controlled the dream, I don't know what I would actually change with the story. But I know for certain this: I'd make the girl's body move and then crawl away from the house. But it wasn't lucid dreams, and it wasn't sleep paralysis, I don't feel like. But the dream, it just didn't feel like a dream. It felt like a message, or like a subliminal message, or like, it even felt like an analog horror kind of thing. But like, it was too real, I feel like. You know what I'm saying? It was almost like a mix of a feeling of you are dead inside, but also it makes a feeling like you just found a lost TV, lost media, lost a VHS tape of a crime or something. I just want to hear your thoughts about it. And let's, I guess, see wherever this else leads to, you know what I'm saying?